guidelines to follow, but the results kept her so reserved that now, in her mid-30s, when she wanted to follow her instincts and let her hair down, London stalled, still holding on to her virginity. Moving into the open dining hall villa, London sauntered to a table, boasting an orderly offering of champagne-filled flutes. Armand de Brignac, Dom Perignon, and Moet. A server standing by announced. "Thank you." London lifted a glass of Armand de Brignac and stepped away from the table, taking a sip. Tonight, London wanted to forget about the properly primped lady she'd grown to be. The yearning that warmed her belly and palpitated the wet flesh between her thighs became an encourager that pushed her forth. "So, this is what your invitation is about?" Turning to see Claudia Rose ease into her space and slightly bump her arm with the shoulder, London's eyes lurched a bit. Then she took a sip and shook her head. "I don't know what you mean." Claudia, London's boss, and now close friend, was married to Jaden Alexander Rose, of the infamous Rose dynasty. They, like the Valentines, were a black celebrity family full of wealthy, educated philanthropists. As recently as a year ago, the two families were at odds, but thankfully, they put aside their differences to come together and use their resources for the good of the people. "Oh, yes, you do." London had almost forgotten that she'd asked Claudia to attend the ceremony with her. But being caught up in Kyle's web would do that to a girl. "You're in like with Kyle, I see." "And how do you see that?" "Oh," Claudia shrugged. "I don't know. Maybe it's the constant way you're staring him down." London turned sharply, eyes wide. "I'm staring him down?" "Calm down," Claudia chuckled. "I'm sure he loves it." "Why? It's freakish." Claudia took a sip of the champagne in her glass. "Yeah, if you're an unwanted stalker." Her chuckle continued. "But I'm guessing by the way his gaze flips between you and his parents on the dance floor that he's interested in you too." London murmured and sipped. "What?" Claudia leaned close. "Speak up a little, will you?" London exhaled. "Would you call me a slut if I said I want to fuck him tonight?" A spray of champagne flew from Claudia's lips, and curious eyes turned to see what the ruckus was all about. "Oh, my God," London shrieked in a tight whisper, turning to Claudia just as a server sidled up with a napkin. "Should I get you another one, madame?" the middle-aged man asked. Claudia choked a little, her throat stinging, eyes watering. "Water," she whispered. A glass of ice-cold water appeared at her side as another nearby server waited on her request. "Are you okay?" London patted Claudia's blouse with the napkin. Nodding, Claudia replied with a scratchy voice, "I'm good." The servers waited a moment more, then drifted away as Claudia straightened her posture. "I'm so sorry. That was completely out of line, and I don't know what came over me." Claudia smirked, taking a hand down her chest. "You did take me by surprise, but no need to be so—" Her eyes shifted over London's shoulder, her words dying, but replaced by a smile. "Good evening. Is there anything I can do for either of you?" A network of chills crawled up London's neck. Slowly, she turned on her heels, not by much, since Kyle's powerful presence was a magnet that drew her easily. Dark hickory flesh covered him, and her mouth watered when filled with his aroma. "Hey," London smiled with her eyes, desire rebuilding there. "Borboleta," he responded, sweeping a panty-dropping gaze over the short length of her. "I love you," London thought. Her eyes lurched, and shaken from her thoughts, London took a long sip that emptied her glass. Glancing between the two, Claudia spoke. "I'm fine." She held her hand out. "You're Kyle, right?" "I am."